Ever heard of the phrase toxic relationship? Not sure if you're in one? Well, today we're about to clear up your doubts. You see, toxic relationships are characterized by behaviors such as disrespect, dishonesty, control, and a lack of support. These relationships can often be a subtle drain on our happiness and mental health, leaving us feeling stressed and unfulfilled. They are not always easy to identify, but understanding the signs is the first step towards a healthier, happier you, so buckle up as we delve into the signs of a toxic relationship. Now let's uncover the signs of a toxic relationship, shall we? Imagine being in a relationship where you feel unsupported, where disputes are the norm, and where sarcasm and criticism replace words of love and affection. These are the subtle yet insidious signs of a toxic relationship. A relationship should be a source of joy and support, not a constant battleground. But in a toxic relationship, arguments become a daily routine, and not in a constructive way. These are not disagreements that lead to resolution, but rather they are fights that leave you feeling drained and hurt. And then there's sarcasm and criticism. A little teasing here and there can be fun, but when it morphs into constant sarcasm and criticism, it becomes an instrument of harm, chipping away at your self-esteem, bit by bit. Envy and jealousy, they're not just emotions you see in soap operas. In a toxic relationship, they're as real as the air we breathe. And they're not just harmful, they're corrosive, eating away at the very foundation of your relationship. Controlling behaviors, grudges that never seem to be let go, dishonesty, disrespect, they're all signs of a toxic relationship. They rob you of your freedom, your peace, and your happiness. And when these signs are coupled with constant stress, and you find yourself giving up personal interests and avoiding conflict, it's a clear sign that you're in a toxic relationship. But remember, identifying these signs is the first step towards change. It's like switching on a light in a dark room. You see things clearly, and you realize where you stand. If you see these signs in your relationship, you might be in a toxic one. But don't panic, let's talk about what you can do. So, you've identified the signs and you're in a toxic relationship. What's next? Indeed, it's a tough spot to find yourself in. But remember, you're not alone, and there are steps you can take to navigate the situation. Firstly, it's essential to seek help. Talk to a trusted friend, family member, or a mental health professional. They can provide you with perspective, support, and strategies on how to address the situation. Secondly, establish boundaries. These are the lines that define where you end and the other person begins. They're crucial in maintaining respect and understanding in any relationship. Communicate clearly about what is acceptable to you and what isn't. However, it's equally important to ensure that these boundaries are respected. Thirdly, remember that it's okay to take a break. Sometimes we need space and time to think things through, to heal, and to regain our strength. Don't feel guilty about prioritizing your emotional health. Lastly, if the relationship continues to be harmful despite your efforts, it may be necessary to consider ending it. This is a difficult decision to make and should not be taken lightly. However, if a relationship is causing you consistent stress or unhappiness, it's important to remember that you have the right to remove yourself from that situation. In all of this, be patient with yourself. Change takes time, and it's okay to feel confused or uncertain. One step at a time, one day at a time. Remember, your well-being should always be your priority. Navigating relationships can be tricky, especially when toxicity is involved. We've explored the signs that may indicate a toxic relationship: disrespect, dishonesty, control, lack of support, and many others. These signs can be subtle or obvious, but once recognized, they serve as a wake-up call. In a healthy relationship, decisions are made together, problems are openly discussed, and you genuinely enjoy each other's company. If you find yourself entangled in a toxic relationship, remember, it's not your fault. It's important to recognize harmful behaviors, take responsibility where needed, and invest in your personal well-being. You may choose to work on the relationship if both partners are willing to change, or you may decide to step away to protect your mental and emotional health. Now that you know the signs of a toxic relationship, what's your next step? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and remember, it's okay to seek help. You are not alone.